Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched Survivor Edge of Extinction Episode 6. Spoilers ahoy, if you haven't watched this episode yet, I recommend you go do that before you listen to all the stuff that happened. This is a great episode. The merge is afoot. The episode just gets right into it. We have the other tribes come together, drop your buffs, but also come on in, guys. We have the Edge of Extinction members come, and they're the ones doing this challenge, and it's a pretty cool challenge. Forget there's some obstacles, and there's some untying of knots on those obstacles, and then tying together the sticks to get some keys to unlock a door, and then getting the ball up the snake path using the two handles, two rope handle things. So lots of stuff going on in this challenge, and I saw like one spoiler on Twitter, and I was like, dang it, that ruins like the whole episode. But as it turns out, it was a different twist that completely changed it was completely different from what I thought was happening. So the winner of the challenge caught me by surprise because I was expecting that person to win the challenge. So the spoiler that I saw online was like, oh, I'm so happy that Reem is on the jury. And I thought, oh, did she get back in and they got voted out? And now she's on the jury now. But it was Rick Devens who won this challenge. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Does that mean everybody is on the jury from there? Or maybe is it some of them? I don't know. The remaining players head back to their new camp at Manu, which is where all the chickens are. That's the only thing that they have there. And the Edge of Extinction folks, they get talked to by Jeff a little bit, and he asks them all, oh, hey, well, you can go back to Edge of Extinction now if you want to and have another chance at this. And all of them go, yeah, yay. But when they actually get back there, Wendy and Keith, they're done. They feel like they've got the full experience. And, in a way that's true, because they did get that chance to get back in the game. And, both of them were really close. Wendy was in the lead. She almost had it. She was the first one to almost get the ball through the snake puzzle thing. But I don't blame either of them. They both had more chance. They've both been in the game longer than expected. Like Keith especially. But Reem is still in there. She is out. She was out first. She was at Age of Extinction the longest out of them. But that leaves. Let's see. So Rick is back in the game. So that leaves Reem, Chris, and Aubrey. They're at Edge of Extinction, surviving together and going to fight each other for a chance to get back in the game. But they're going to have... Okay, we'll get to that in a second. We have all the strategy going back at the camp. There's 13 people in the game still. I think this is the biggest merge. One of the biggest merge. I think they've had 13 at the merge before. But it is definitely the biggest jury, depending on what happens. So this is the question I have. Okay, skipping forward, everybody who's still on Edge of Extinction, it turns out that they're on the jury now. And my question is, if they do quit between now and whenever, are they still on the jury? Or do they like go back and enjoy not luxury, but better than being on Edge of Extinction, and then just come back and rejoin with the others? I don't know. I guess we'll find out at some point, or maybe there's already an interview talking about it with Jeff. But the new tribe is called Vada. The Kama Six are just talk about sticking together. Ron, who goes to talk to Joe, while Joe is just painting a flag, he gets a funny feeling about him. and he approaches the others of the comma six. Let's get him out. Let's get him out of here. Who is in the comma six? Or rather, who's out of it? Aubrey obviously is out of it, and Joe is out of it. Dang, I think Aurora is the odd person out. Not sure. I have to go back. I'll pay attention to that in the next episode. Because I still don't know some of them. I finally know which one's Julie and which one's Julia. I finally have a handle on that, but I can't even imagine Aurora in my mind. Julie is awesome. Okay, Julie is my new number one pick. And I think she is part of the six. We have the immunity challenge, and it came down to Julie, Joe, and Lauren, and Julie got the win, and that was so awesome. They were on a balance beam and it had a long pole with a statue on the end of it, and she nailed it. And I like her a lot, and she had like sympathy for Rick, because it would suck for Rick to just go right back to Edge of Extinction, but at the same time, I mean, it's his choice to do that. He could just say, "All right, I'm done then." But I guess he's not gonna just say, "I'm done," since he already stuck it out this long. He's not gonna give up. But so the discussion became, getting back into the game, Rick got an immunity idol, but it was split in two halves, and he has to give half of it to someone, and they both must survive this tribal council, and then they can come back together and become an active idol. So he gives it to David, and it sounded like there's going to be split between David and Rick. There's talks about that, but then Rick is getting together with Julie and saying, "Hey, we got to get out. Kelly is the time to do it, I think." And then, of course, Ron saying, "This is the time to get out." Not sure what that sound was. I have my window open because it's been hot. Let's see. I don't know. Pause it real quick. Probably sounds real funny. Sounds like something tumbling down a set of stairs. Anyway, the votes were all over the place, but the six, that's all they needed. They stood together because David got a couple of votes. Rick, they're like, it's lumber across the way. That's getting just tossed around. Rick got a couple of votes. Kelly got a couple of votes, and then Joe got the 6 votes that were enough to get him out. Kelly was feeling confident enough that she didn't use an idol, so good play. Good luck for her. That was lucky, I guess, or maybe she's just that good at reading the room. It is a risky move because she's absolutely a target. But I don't think anybody was considering, oh, right, this thing that just happened with Edge of Extinction, these people that we see in the jury, maybe that got them feeling safe. They're like, oh, they're on the jury now. We don't have to really worry about them getting back into the game. That maybe it didn't even occur to them that they're sending Joe. There was no discussion about that at all. They're sending Joe to Edge of Extinction. It might be the kind of thing like with Ozzy, with Redemption Island, where it's like, sure, send me there. I will absolutely love it because I will kill it out there and I will win to get back into this game. And I mean, he says just about as much as he's been voted off. He takes the choice of getting on the boat. Get on the boat. Give us the boy. And he says that they just made a huge mistake. Because that's absolutely the worst thing they could have done. Because now he doesn't have to worry about any of that social game crap. He just has to survive until the challenge to get back into the game and win that. And then he's like, probably like final 5, final 4 or whatever. And then just win again and again from that point on. And he can do it. If anybody's going to do that, it's Joe. The smarter choice would have been keep him in the game. Like, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's just as bad. It's going to wear him down having to do so many challenges. Yeah, it wears him down more to have him having to compete in all these challenges as opposed to just, hanging out on an island. I mean, they have to do stuff over there. But anyway, I'm really excited to see what happens next. It looks like somebody is going to be passing out during a challenge next time. The teaser for next week. We know for sure it's not Victoria because we see her asking like, what happened? Because they're doing an endurance thing with balancing a thing on their head, so they can't like turn and look at stuff. So I'm excited to see what happens next. My new pick, because now that Wendy is completely out of the game, I'm still rooting for Aubrey to get back in, but we'll see how she fares against Joe getting back in there whenever that ends up happening. But I have to pick somebody new because I gotta have a pick for somebody who's still in the game. So I am rooting for Julie because she won me over in this episode, and I think she could absolutely do this. If she just nails all these immunity challenges, that would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. Now she has even a better chance because Joe isn't there. Gonna be in the final 2 or 3 of these challenges every time either. So I really like this episode. I'm excited to learn more. What's going on with the jury there? Are they permanently on the jury now? And how much of a bummer that if everybody now is on the jury up to that who gets voted off now, how much of a bummer is it for Wendy and Keith? They might find out they're the only 2 players this season to not be on the jury potentially. So that's kind of interesting too. So anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. I think you can still get on Stitcher, whatever. And I'll be back real soon with whatever episode's next. Just check your feed in like a couple of days. Thanks for listening. This has been TIW Podcast. Bye.